Our next presenter is Somdeep Nath with Discovering the New.
Hi guys, my name is Somdeep, and I'm up here on a stage, and you guys are down there in the audience. It's kind of neat up here, having a bunch of eyes staring into your very soul, just wondering what you're about to say next. It's kind of cool. Maybe you should try it. Speaking of trying something new, that's what I'm here to talk to you about. You guys must have tried something new at least once in your life, right? January is the month to restart. The new year, new resolutions, new habits. Sometimes people may take on ventures that might seem totally outside of the box. Take Veganuary, for instance, in which a record 500,000 people signed up to eat only vegan food this month. January is the month in which people around the world gear up for the start of something new and promptly fail soon after. Anyone who has hoped to change, mostly for the better, knows just how hard trying a new thing is, whether it's that first day at the gym, that first book you want to read, or that first healthy meal you swore to cook at home. Tonight, we will explore trying all these new things. According to organizational behavior researcher Keith Rollag, for much of human history, trying new things is very dangerous. People were seen as inadequate, lower than, by their peers if they tried something new and failed. And there's like a 100% that chance that if you try something new, you are definitely going to fail, and you need to embrace that. That is the first hurdle that you need to overcome in order to try something new. Once you overcome this first barrier, you have to be mindful of the obstacles along the way. For example, I participate in this thing called stage band. It is a select music group where I auditioned to play piano. I got in, but there was a little problem. I was one of 3 pianists who got in, but there were only 2 pianos. And I was the 3rd guy with no piano. Like, why me? And therefore, they gave me this thing called the vibraphone. It's like kind of a piano, but you use sticks to hit the notes. It's like playing piano, but with hooks for hands. It is really, really hard to do. Now, I was really excited to try this thing out at first, but my excitement quickly turned to frustration as I couldn't hit a single note. Well, either I mixed up notes, or I hit like 2 notes at a time, or I flat out just hit the empty spaces, and that got me frustrated. I was not feeling it. So, in order to overcome this frustration, I made better goals for myself. I made sure that the goals that I set up were specific and not too numerous. Those were SMART goals. SMART goals stand for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. With this criteria for making my goals, I was able to use the correct goal-setting strategies and not be one of those poor souls who tried something and got crushed afterward. Not only does trying something new require SMART goals, it requires perseverance and grit. For example, I did this thing called Taekwondo when I was around 4 to 9. That's me. You see the resemblance? At first, I was really excited to try out Taekwondo, but later on, I got extremely devastated by this. I was and still am skinny, so I am not the strongest person out there. And every day I went there, I got kicked, punched, in places you don't want to know. And after around a year of practicing, adapting, I was able to change my fighting style. I didn't go in with brute force, I avoided. And that got me really, really far. as far to my black belt test that I took when I was 9. During a black belt test, I had to break a cinder block with my bare hands. Now that's kind of unfair because I was 9 at that time and the cinder block weighed more than me. And I couldn't avoid this. This was something I had to go all in with. And I kept on punching and punching, but I couldn't do it. I was too weak. And that was the hard truth. I was unable to do this. But with my masters, seeing how much work and time I put in, they gave me a second chance. They let me kick the cinder block. And you bet I smashed that thing right into the ground, and I felt amazing about it afterward. In conclusion, trying something new is a game of patience. You must be prepared to do it in stages and never lose your resolve. If you follow SMART goals when doing something new, have perseverance, and have grit, then you are going to stick with it for eternity. Thank you.